A great man once said, imagination is more important than knowledge. But is this true? Why don't students like school? Chapter 2. How can I teach students the skills they need when standardized tests require only facts by Daniel T. Willingham? It turns out knowledge is pretty important. Background knowledge is necessary in order to think critically about anything.
Key idea number 1. You need to have background knowledge of vocabulary in order to think critically about an idea or sentence. For example, we need to ameliorate your financial situation. What? It might be helpful to know what the word ameliorate means. Well, it means to improve. You have to have background knowledge of vocabulary and terms in order to use them cognitively. Key idea number 2. Just because you are good at critically thinking about one topic doesn't necessarily mean you are good at critically thinking about all topics. For example, you may be able to think critically about the best route home to avoid a construction zone, but you probably won't be as good at critically thinking about linguistic skills of the Navajo Code talkers during World War II. Again, it's all about background knowledge. If you don't have specific background knowledge of a topic, it's impossible to think critically about it. Thinking.
The third key idea we took away from the reading is that the more background knowledge you have, the easier it is to acquire more. In other words, the rich are always getting richer. For example, let's say you're teaching the water cycle in your class. Now, one of your students, we will call her Jenny, already knows about the properties of water, phase changes, and groundwater. She's even done some experiments with water at home. Another student of yours, we will call him Johnny, has no previous background knowledge of water other than we need it to live. Because Jenny has all this background knowledge about water, she will pick up even more background knowledge when she learns about the water cycle. She will become richer. Johnny, on the other hand, has less background knowledge, and he will be less likely to pick up as much background knowledge about the water cycle, and he will become poorer.
So what does this mean to me? How will I apply this? Teach students how to chunk information. Show them how to break it apart into smaller, more manageable pieces. Do whatever you can to get kids to read. This helps build prior knowledge. Books expose children to more facts and to a broader vocabulary than virtually any other activity. Make knowledge meaningful. When we engage students and connect their learning to background knowledge, critical thinking is more likely to take place.
Created using Powtoon.